Hi everybody, it's Christopher. Hope that you're well. Back with a very quick IPD video for tonight, specifically IPD. Isn't it great to have a roaring index again? I hope you all follow some of the roundups I've done and kept the faith. I think we're only going to have a fantastic weekend. I can see that value matched being about 2 or 3 million. Loads of money coming into the index. A really nice boost over Saturday and Sunday. And then hopefully back up again for some of the European matches. It's going to be a great couple of weeks, guys, up until Christmas. And then there'll probably be a lull again. So make use of this buy order rebate. Don't forget, if you buy it straight, you get 2% back, 1% on bids, still getting money back, and that money's going to flow back in again on the Monday. So expect Monday to be another good day, I hope. So for tonight, then, we got a couple of matches on. I haven't bothered with the Palace Newcastle match because I don't see massive value except for one player who's somebody that I've mentioned a few times in the past. I'm a big fan of him. Uh, it's Patrick Van Aanholt. It's best I can pronounce his name. I think he's a bargain of 40 pence. He's only 30 for a defender. You can see over here is thin walls on him. If he scores tonight, and why am I picking him? Because I think he could finally get an IPD. He had 5 IPD last season in 23 games. One every four, had a bad injury, coming back again, starting to get a little bit better, I think, starting to get a little bit better. He's out of contract at the end of the season as well, links to Paris Saint-Germain. Can you imagine that, what his price would be? As I always say, guys, are you getting him at value? You're definitely getting him at lots of value. Probably pick him up for about 30p. I picked a few up for 30p. Look at the depth over here. Great player and great potential if he scores. So that'd be my tip in the Palace Newcastle match. I can't really call that one. Not seeing massive value in that one. Then you got Villarreal against Levante. This player I am a huge fan of. I've mentioned him maybe a little bit in the past, but Ruben Raquinha. I don't understand, guys, his price. I'll be awful honest. I really don't. Uh, 33p for a player who got 4 goals and 4 assists last season, who is still only 29 years of age. Got linked to Valencia, got linked to Real Bilbao. He got linked to Alves and a few of the other clubs as well, near the top six. Very, very, very good player. Very dynamic. Again, as always, probably boring you all. Are you getting him at value? You sure as God is getting him a value. And look at how consistent he is over the year. For IPDs, you could recycle this lad very, very easily throughout the year. Pick him. Very strange. Daily Mail actually even haven't winning some media over the last year back in June. It's very odd. Haven't spotted that. So don't buy him as a media buzz. He's purely IPD. I don't know if he'll win you PB. I think with a game-winning goal, he's in with a shout. He probably need one or two because Levante have been so bad they just can't seem to win. But Real Valladolid, I don't know. I think Guardiola's been off form. Sergio Guardiola off form. Plano as well, who's a very good player, is off form. I have a feeling that they'll do it tonight, Levante. I think they'll break their duck. I think they'll win. I think this lad will have a big hand in it. So for me, I think pure value for the long term as well. Pure value. Again, there's so many tips in the Bremen match against Wolfsburg. I love Weghorst. I think he's absolutely amazing. I tipped him during the week as well, but he's obviously risen dramatically. I hate to tip some player that's gone up so quickly overnight, but it is because he's got such a high chance of winning tonight. Maximilian Arnold, you have to hold him for the long term. I wouldn't personally be buying him now after that big increase. As I always say, are you buying value? He's still cheaper off his peak. I think he's very good for the long term. I would have liked to have gotten him 10p earlier. I maybe should have done the video earlier, but I think he's an amazing player. 1 PB this season already. Last season, I think he had 4 goals, 8 assists. Great PB baseline. I think if you like a bit of value, and I've tweeted it out as Osaka, if I can pronounce his name correctly, and if I can spell it. Of course, I can spell it. I think it's Yuka something. This is going to be interesting, guys. This is going to be about 10 minutes of the video gone. Welcome to my life and my slight dyslexia. There we go. Yeah. Osaka. Yeah, I had it. That's very odd. Anyway, search function on the desktop. I really like him as a player. Pick him up very, very cheap. Look at some of the prices over there. Look at the depth as well. If he scores a goal, you can see him going quite high as well. Great, good age for a striker still for Japanese strikers. Usually plays about 33, I've noticed in Europe. In and out with Sargent for Bremen but gets plenty of games. Are you getting him at a value pick? Yeah, you are. So he ticks that box for me. Is he a decent age? He's okay. He's an IPD recycler. Bremen, very, very good this season. They look to be in decent enough form. I don't think they'll be battling relegation. Tonight, that they could surprise people as well. Wolfsburg, very, very good. But I actually think Arnold's just fantastic. He's just a fact he's spiked, guys. I'd never like to buy someone on a spike. That's just my own tip to you. You always want to buy a bit of value with upside, and I can only see upside on him as well. And the last player you are going to be so sick of me tipping constantly, but Kenny Lala, I don't need to say too much about him. Penalty at the weekend, assist at the weekend, very, very cheap. 29 years of age is the only negative. Loads of links away. He's better than Strasbourg. I actually think Strasbourg are going to do well tonight against Rennes. I think the problem with Strasbourg is that they've been to me, the problem's been the fact that the coronavirus really hit them. They haven't even had their first or second choice keeper down to the third choice. I think they've had a slow start of the season and the preseason. I think they can win tonight. I think Linard is another one to look up, guys, for someone that's real good value. Now, he's a PB hold. He rarely scores goals, or he does assist occasionally, but his baseline's massive. He's won PB in the past, but ages ago. Again, you're buying him at massive value. And just so you can see what his potential used to be, he was as much as 70p back in November because I think last year he won a PB. I'm not sure. You can see some people really trying to buy a lot of him up because I think they see the value in him. That 25p goes. He could breach up quite quickly. I could see him rocketing very easily. You picking him up at 20, 25p and getting rid. Uh, Nanang as well is back for Rennes. I think Rennes have been in a bad run of form. Gorse, everyone loves. I think he's brilliant. But I think that Rennes were very poor against Chelsea. They were at home. They look very tired to me. I think European matches is affected and the form's gone out the window. So I'm picking four players in each one in each match, to be honest with you. The main value I see is Van Aanholt in the Palace match just because he deserves a goal or an IPD. Gets an IPD, you can definitely flip him and make a nice bit of money. Rafinha is just a fantastic player. 4 goals, 4 assists, 8 IPD last season. For that price, still not that old. He's not 33 or anything. Arnold is for the long term. Worried about the fact that he's peaked. So Osaka to me is better value for tonight as an IPD. And I'm trying to keep this IPD tonight. Lala is just unreal. A defender on penalties. How he's that price is just criminal. And Anangan is actually starting back up front again after some of his issues off the field for Rennes. Maybe he'll do well as what they need. You got Thierry in there as well. I'm not sure if he's starting. Another excellent player. On paper, Rennes should destroy Strasbourg, but I just think the European matches are really taking a lot out of them. And then Linard is PB, not IPD. So I'm just sticking him in there. I would concentrate on those four. I think there's massive value there. Obviously, I'm releasing this video quite quickly, so you'll have to kind of get them in play. But they're my tips for tonight, guys. So as always, please like, subscribe, and share. And as always, lads, happy trading.